Here we have a visualization that shows the cost to the company for the training of different employees. There's a slicer on the bottom left with employees. There is a pivot table above, or a matrix. They're the employees, Daniel Harris, Emily Wilson, etc. And then there's your pivot table with the cost to company. So that all works pretty well. That's not what we're learning on this particular video. To the right, we have a drill down set of graphs, and on our course Teach Drill Down, you can see there how those two graphs interact due to the drill down feature. All right, so let's get rid of those and let's look at the card, the 62K card. So we're going to get rid of those so we can create some space, because this lesson is all about using the new card. What you're looking at over there is the old card. That's the total cost to company for all the training, and it's a very boring card, solid white block. We're going to delete that card and we're going to put a new card in. So let's get rid of that card. We want it to look like not that, but that. Rounded corners, nice color background, border, etc., etc. And with two measurements, not just one. So let's get rid of that and let's put the new card in. You'll see in the visualizations panel, the new card is indicated with a little lightning stroke. The old card wasn't. So let's click on that and we're going to move it up so we create some space. Down below there are the fields. We're going to add the data fields and we're going to add, let's see, remember we want sum of cost to company and sum of time spent on course. So let's activate those two fields. Cost to company, there we go, 62K, and then the time spent on the course. That. They're horizontally aligned. We'll change that a little later. Let's move that card into a space so that we can work on it. Have a bit of space to move around. Let's go to the formatting icon, which is usually a paintbrush or a roller. And it's always good to move from top to bottom, although I will jump around a little bit. So we've got multi-card layout. We want them as tiles, but we want them vertical. So let's change that to vertical. There we go. It's beginning to take shape. So we've looked at layout now, and there are the settings. Padding is not that important, but it really is the space from the edge of the visualization to the text area, and we're quite happy with that the way it is. The gap is in between the two tiles, and that gap, the size is fine. We're putting a border on the entire block, okay, and we're turning the background on. Not much is visible yet, but you will see how that changes. For example, background is going to be blue. That's a bit dark. Let's change it to the blue of the tapestry behind it, which is this one. There we go. So we've got the two tiles there, and we've looked at the border. Good. Now, what are we going to be looking at? The gap we've closed, the border we've looked at, the color of the border, perhaps make it black as opposed to gray. All right, there we go, a little bit bolder. Good. Collapse. So we're moving from top to bottom. Background, we're collapsing. We're not looking at overflow or anything. We're looking at the cards themselves. And I want to make these cards, we're looking at all cards. That's the first thing. All cards. You can individualize the cards, but we're looking at both cards. We want consistency. The layout, well, we've got it at vertical, and that in fact is confirmed. but we actually want to change. We want to put a shadow on. So there's a shadow on the cards. That looks pretty good. And the shadow color is dark there, as you can see. Now, if you look at the cards over there, we want to make them rounded cards. Look, shape rectangle there. I hope this is a part of the video where I show it. There we go, the shape rectangle. I want it to be rounded rectangle. There we go, that's much better. What about taking that particular format and painting it onto this? You can see there it changes the background, see? So they're almost the same now. Full color of the cards, blue, and now the text is of course still black, and that we've got to change. So let's go to the call out, and the call out over here is value, and the value is black. Let's change it to white, plus the label must be changed to white. So the label is over there. Let's change the label to white. We're getting there. All right, looking pretty good. All right, and I think that's just about it. All right, so if we click off that card, there we go, looking pretty good. Very happy with that result. Not 100% like what we had there. We had a lighter color in the middle and we changed to white, but that's fine. That's pretty easy to show. Look, Emily Watson, there we go, John Smith, and the different measurements.